I was muted that whole time. The market gap down. We have news at 10. Scott Besson is testifying. 10:30. We have EIA crude oil inventories. Then Trump swearing in at 12. FOMC at 2. Interest rate decision at 2. We got VWAP at 20,000. EQ's testing the 21 EMA. We're giving it some time. Market slightly up, 0.2% on the day. Nvidia slightly down. AMD up 4%. Bitcoin even on the day. This is a good time not to trade. Just market's still deciding which way it wants to go. Trying to retake this 21 EMA. Give it some time, wait for the 15-minute opening range. Give it some time. Only 3 minutes in. Market open. We have the 200-day moving average, which is this purple line at 19,964. ES still hasn't hit the gap down, but NQ has. That's a bear sign. ES is probably going to want to hit this gap. But before that, they could rip it up and send it straight down as a V, and then do a V-shaped recovery. Do it all the time. A lot of manipulation on NQ. NQ just getting stuck below that 21 EMA. Being patient, waiting for the trade. Market's dipping down. Let's see if the ES tests this gap. Zoom out a little bit. See what we're dealing with. We have support. Yes. We have support around 19,830. Another support at 19,755. And really good support wants to come down 300 points, but I doubt that's going to happen. May. Trump tweets one thing. Never know. Yeah, still hasn't hit that gap. Being patient. It's only been 6 minutes. Vance is talking about Russia. $23 Scott Bessent's testifying again. About an hour, EIA crude oils inventories are being dropped. ES create a lower low. Let's see if it creates a lower high and then test this gap fill. The Williams R 120-day moving average is really oversold right now. Not on the 30-minute NQ, but on the 1-minute ES. It's oversold territory. I'm liking the bounce. Pretty sure the ES has to hit this gap fill first. Let the ES hit the gap, build some structure, and then probably take a trade. 7 minutes away from the 15-minute opening range. Stay patient, wait for the right opportunity. ES is bouncing. Has not filled that gap yet. ES has a gap right here. This purple line is the previous day close. The market overextends, hits these VWAP and 200-day moving average. I'm probably going to go in short. Everything is turning green though, so just got to be careful. We have pretty major resistance at 19,950. Pretty major resistance. We also have this key level fib. $61.8 fib. Pretty key. Came, hit the 200 SMA and then bounced, hit the fib and bounced off the fib. So if it can retake it, it's pretty bullish. Yeah. Yes, climbing to the 200-day SMA and VWAP. Staying patient. Waiting for the setup. Yeah, it's getting stuck on the 100-day MA. Keep pumping. Yes, did create a higher high. Higher high, lower low, higher high slightly. So he wants to pump a little bit. Nvidia is still negative on the day, Apple still negative. Rest of the market slightly up. Going climbing a little bit. In Q 5 minutes, tapping the 21 EMA. And patient waiting. Could have got in on this trend line break, but actually at the trend line now, slightly breaking through. Yes, is about to tap the 200-day SMA. And Q's 30 points away from the SMA. Staying patient. Slowly grinding up right now. Vice President Vance is speaking at the Munich Security Conference. Scott Besson's testifying in 15 minutes. We have EIA crude oil, which is red news at 10:30. Then we have FOMC at 2, rate statement, and the US interest rate decision. 2. We have Powell speaking at 2:30. ES got rejected off the trend line, now testing the 21 EMA. ES still 30 points away from that gap fill, the downside. Looking like it wants to take another leg up or two. But Vance could say something that rips the market either way. Couple hundred points. Gotta be ready. Gotta be patient, gotta be ready. It's in the middle of all indicators right now. The Williams R is in the middle. RSI is kind of in the middle. It's in the middle of the 100 MA and the 200 SMA and VWAP. Slightly up on the day. NQ's up 0.2%. Waiting for an opportunity. ES is about to create a new high for the day. This does not look good. These wicks right here on the NQ 1 minute looks heavy. NQ 30 minute looks a little better. ES just created a new high slightly. If it'll tap this 200 day SMA. Nvidia is about to turn green. The whole market's green besides Nvidia and Alibaba. Oh, some news just came out. Shot the market down 30 points. Vance must have said something. May take a long soon. Liking those. Looking for the news. Not seeing anything. It rejected pretty hard, so we're probably going to get negative news that could be insider info. It could be a manipulation leg down. It did just create a higher low on the ES. Could be a manipulation leg down to get all the longs out to go higher. Get longs out, get shorts in, go higher, get them both out. Waiting for the right side up. To be patient. NQ's at the gap fill. ES is 15 points away. NQ's tottering on being negative for the day. Q is about to retest the 21 EMA. That news, that spike down had to be something Van said. I'm not seeing anything else. Yes, climbing, trying to make a new high for the day. Something is just pulling the market down though. So I have that gap fill the ES. Technically the ES just made a lower high. Higher high, higher low, lower high. Makes me want to go in short. Q. I'm normally in. I would normally be in long. This 2-minute candle, that quick of a move. 80 points. For some reason I just wasn't liking it. I thought it was gonna dip a lot more. Leads to that gap fill. We have resistance at 19,950. NQ's tapping the trend line again. That was definitely the trade. Will be more. You guys had foresight to take that long. Congratulations, you made 70 points. If you rode all the way or if you sold at the 21 EMA, that was definitely the trade to take. So hey, take a short here soon. ES is tapping the 200-day SMA and VWAP. Q's about to hit a little resistance. Scott Besson is testifying in 3 minutes. A star short.
Order filled.
Playing with 1 micro, prepared to enter a lot more if it comes up past the average. But see, it broke above that trend line. It may retest that trend line. Looks like it's pulling back. We can add more size. Yes, getting rejected at the VWAP and 200-day SMA. Did create a higher high, higher low, higher high. And with 1 micro so far, nothing to risk, nothing to gain really. Comes all the way to this 200-day SMA, make like $50. You can add more though. Might have a chance to add. Pretty good resistance at the 19,950s. The NQ 200-day SMA is at the 950s. VWAP at the 975. So far went up about 100 points since the bottom. Yeah, still hasn't gap filled. NQ has gap filled. Liking it. ES trying to get above the VWAP, getting rejected. NQ getting rejected off the resistance, which I wish it pumped up a little bit more so I could add. Come on, let's pump up. I'm in short with 1 contract, looking for it to go higher so I can add to size. Looking weak, and it's pulling back. $30 with 1 micro. ES full rejected off the 200-day SMA. These 1 micro trades. Need to zoom in a little more or something. Getting in at the top, which good, but I want to average in more. I'm gonna trail tight once it hits this 21 EMA and trend line. Probably pretty tight. Might have an opportunity to add soon. Yes, tapping the MA and VWAP again. The more it hesitates here, the more I like the long bias. Keeps tapping, keeps tapping. I like the possibility of a break. And it looks like we're gonna get another leg up. Q 2 minute looks good. And we'll be adding. There's major resistance at 19,970. It's consolidating around. Only in with 1 micro short. Looking at a lot more. Draw the 200-day SMA. Where the SMA is. Looking heavy. Looking pretty bearish right now, but they could change that in any minute. That's where the VWAP is. And it looks like it's due for a pullback. NQ 5 minutes looking heavy. Only in with 1 micro. Looking to take profit at around 30 points. It's only 1 micro, but still do the trading plan. May trail it. May trail it. Can add more though. Scott Besson is testifying Congress. Okay, get an opportunity to add. ES still has not filled that gap. The NQ tapped the gap, filled it. This is the previous day close. ES still has not hit the gap. Is getting stuck at the VWAP and SMA. NQ about to tap the 21 EMA. Breaking through. Up $40 with 1 micro. Wish it went up a little bit so I could add more size. What is up with these 1 to 2 micro trades? NQ bouncing off the 21 EMA. NQ 5 minutes looking weak. They have another leg up though. Wake up. 13 profit, $4. It's nothing. Only 1 micro. ES looks like it wants to create a new high, get above the VWAP. Q looks like it wants to test the 200-day SMA. The SMA, this is the VWAP. For a little more before I add. Really likely to test this SMA, so I'm just waiting. Looks like a pretty bullish trend so far on the day. ES still has that gap, which it doesn't have to fill, but NQ filled it, so may do a opposite V, an upside down V. That gap fill for the ES. Gonna add on this wick up to the SMA with 1 micro short. Pretty heavy resistance at the VWAP. We have news in 20 minutes, the EIA crude oil inventories. At 2 p.m. we have FOMC rate decision, I believe. We also have the interest rate statement with Powell talking at 2:30. That'll definitely bring some news. He always says something wrong. Like we'll have an opportunity to add if it can just wick up a little more. Nvidia, Tesla, and Google are they're basically break even, neutral on the day. Nvidia is slightly green now. Add 2
Order
there.
filled.
Volume is way too high. And with 3 micro short, knowing it can go all the way to this VWAP without a little pullback, really could test. We have a batch of resistance here, we have a batch here, and then some pretty good resistance here. Just slowly grinding up. Like we may get a pullback. Keep struggling to get above that 200 SMA. 3 micros. What's up, Albo? Are you trading? Are you making money? Are you in short with me? Are you long? Did you take a long when it wicked down? Because that was the move. If you're in long, I would have been trailing with each low, so your stop would be like here, waiting for it to go higher and create another. And now it's grinding up. There's a gap on the ES. NQ hit its gap. This purple line is previous day close. NQ hit the gap. ES did not hit the gap. With 3 micros so far short, it looks like we're going to get a pullback off the 200-day SMA. Yes, bouncing off the 200-day SMA. Looking for a break. Are you trading, Albo, or no? I'm trading right now a $252 account with take profit. Buy that account, you get access to the platform. There's a lot of rules, like $4,500 drawdown you can't reach. So if you trade and you lose 4,500, that's the limit. So, but if you make 9,000 profit, you go to a funded account. Market's pulling back. See if it wants to retest this 21 EMA. I'm gonna sell one at the 21 EMA. Yes, it's bouncing off the 200-day SMA. Chopping around. May want to take another leg up. Only in with 3 micros. Aim for a little more of a break. It also depends, Albo, if you're interested in trading or not. I mean, if you're not interested, don't put it in trading. I mean, if you're not waking up every day wanting to trade, like with 6 hours sleep, waking up and getting awake, like earning a trade, I wouldn't say doing it's good. You gotta want to do it. I mean, whatever you're passionate about, that $1,000, that's all you have to your name. Just invest in yourself, improving yourself. Maybe starting social media, whatever you want to do. Most people do not have $1,000 saved up though, so you're already ahead of most people. I think there was a study done that most people would go bankrupt if they had an emergency expense of $2,000 or something like that. Or the average American did not have the money for a $2,000 emergency expense. You're way ahead of the curve. Market's looking weak, waiting for the full pullback. ES is still chopping around, slightly rejecting the 200 SMA. The more it consolidates around this area, the more I like the bull case. I'm in short with 3 micros, up $30 so far. Waiting for the NQ to pull back to this green line, which is the 21 EMA. Pullback's looking likely. Just being patient. NQ 5 minutes looking weak. NQ is pulling back. ES is pulling back. Looking for it to hit the 21 EMA. It's about to hit it. It's close. Pulled back up. Could have been manipulation late down to send it higher, send it to the VWAP. If it wicks it up, I'll be adding. We're up 100 points so far from the lows. Like they're gonna send it up one more time. At least. For a little more before I add. ES is above the VWAP. ES is above the VWAP, consolidating above it. NQ is above the 200-day SMA, consolidating above it. Don't mind the bull case, but it is 100 points overextended. That is why I am short. The 120-day Williams R is low overextended on the ES 1 minute, overextended on the NQ 1 minute. Neutral in the 30 minute, so it may want to go higher. Like it's pulling back a little low. Liking the bull case, the more and more it sits above these SMAs and VWAP. I may get out. Hard to tell right now. Nvidia went negative, Tesla a little negative, everything's slightly positive. ES looks like it's bouncing up. We have news in 9 minutes. The EIA crude oil inventories. Market might be waiting for that. Should have taken one off on this drop down. Being patient. I didn't even show you guys this drop down. I should have taken one at this high. EQ's looking heavy. May hit my first profit target. Get one out at the 21 EMA. Breaking through the trend line. Yes, it's testing the SMA again. ES broke through, putting stop to break even.
Order working.
I don't know why my sound is messed up today. Looking for a little more of a drop. The NQ 5-minute tested the 21 EMA, looking weak though. I'm willing to get stopped out at break even. It's fine. It would suck, but it's fine. I don't like how it's been consolidating at these EMAs and SMAs. It's pretty bullish for me. So I'd rather not be on the wrong side and actually trade with the trend. It looks like we're going to be stopped out.
Stop filled.
Stop filled. Only up $15. It's nothing. Could have been up 40 or whatever it was. 80. Wick up. If it wicks up to this VWAP, I'm getting in short again. Even though it's against trend today. It's pretty strong on the upside. See if there's any news. Scott Besson is testifying against Congress. We have EIA crude inventories. 6 minutes. EQ's pumping to the VWAP. FOMC at 2. US interest rate decision at 2. Jerome Powell is speaking at 2:30. Be a pretty good day. A lot more opportunities to come. ES is just consolidating at these SMAs and VWAPs. William Czar on the ES 1 minute is a little overextended. The normal RSI is below the MA inside of it. We have a little divergence in the RSI. Higher RSI, lower chart position. Lower RSI, higher chart position. Tesla and Google went slightly green, Nvidia slightly down, 0.1%. Market's up about 0.5% for the day. ES is trying to get above VWAP. I think it may have a couple legs on the long side before it just tanks down. Now news could come out. Scott Besson's talking. Vice President Vance was talking. So a lot of opportunity for news to send this either way. 200 points. We have the EIA crude oil inventories. Just being patient. Only took one trade on the day with 3 micros. Sold 1 micro for $13 profit, which is nothing. And sold the other 2 for break even. I like how it's pumping right now. I'm making it short. May let it go a little bit more. It does look bullish. It's above all the SMAs and VWAPs. When I say VWAPs, I mean the ES and NQ VWAP. NQ just tap VWAP, coming into resistance. Pretty good resistance right here at 19,990. There's really good resistance at this key fib level, which is the red line. Key fib is when Trump started talking about tariffs, market tanked. It's a key from the top to bottom, and it's been respecting it pretty well. It's the 618 fib that it's about to test, and already broke through, tested the 200-day SMA, and then tapped down, dropped below it, and then tested it again. If it can break above it, it's pretty bullish. ES still has not filled that gap, and QS filled the gap. May do an opposite V-shaped recovery and just go down and get that gap fill, create a lower high, higher low, create a lower high, and then let the ES fill that gap. See what it wants to do though. Be patient. I'm really liking the short. It's 100 points without any real pullback. I mean, it consolidated right here. I mean, there really hasn't been that good of a pullback. All new trend lines. A lot of momentum to the upside. There hasn't been a pullback yet, and it may come off this VWAP touch. Williams R on the ES 1 minute is overextended. The normal RSI on the ES 1 minute is above the MA inside. It's pretty bullish. Crypto's slowly grinding up. Was flat on the day, now 0.6% up. Nvidia neutral on the day, looking like it wants to turn up. Tesla gaining. Market's definitely turning a little more green. That could change in the blink of an eye with Scott Bessent testifying with Congress. I don't know if Vice President Vance is speaking or not. Still, he was talking at a security conference, Munich, I believe. If it goes one more leg up, especially if it's a fast price action candle, if it just wicks up quick, I'm gonna short pretty heavy. Not heavy to everyone else's standards. I'm still going to keep the risk manageable, but throw in like 5 minis. Looks like we're going to get a pullback off the VWAP. We are 100 points from the bottom without a pretty good pullback. These pullbacks are nothing. 30 points, 40 points. One's actually pretty decent, but May start being a little more aggressive. Volatility's been dying around 11 a.m. so I may start adding some more to positions. Looking weak, looking top heavy. Looks like we're going to get that pullback. I'm hearing that Trump torched 60 Minutes for Kamala. He added a Kamala interview. I mean, that was pretty crazy. I think it still has some legs. I mean, you see how they manipulated it down? Maybe not. I'm unsure. The ES is in the chop zone again. ES is just in that chop zone. NQ is definitely the mover today. Everything's slightly green besides the VIX, which is the volatility index, and Alibaba on my list. Bitcoin up a little bit, 0.6% on the day. I think it still has another leg in it, to be honest. It may go all the way to this fib. I mean, it's really not that much more. About 130 points to the upside. May just slowly grind up. I doubt it, but seems like it's going to pull back, but it's been just grinding up, consolidating, grind up, consolidating, grind up. Trend is definitely up today, but there is that gap on the ES, so something to look out for and watch. Put in the back of your mind. I really think there's going to be another leg. I mean, look at this. It may drop down to this 200 SMA and then pop back up. I mean, look at these trend lines. Just grinding up. Now, if it breaks this trend line, that's pretty bearish. Breaks the trend line, comes down, touches the 200-day SMA, creates a lower high. I love that setup. A higher high, a higher low into a lower high. I'll be shorting that all day, every day. It's 10:30. The EIA crude oil inventory should have dropped. It is better than expected. Minus 2 million was expected to be minus 1.8. Pretty good. Not really enough news to move the market that much. Q is trying to retake the VWAP right now. We have Besant meeting with GOP on tax at 12. Trump swearing in ceremony at 12:30. He'll be answering some Q&A after, like he always does. That can move the market a little bit. We have a White House press briefing at 1 p.m. FOMC at 2. U.S. interest rate decision at 2. FOMC press conference with Chair Jerome Powell at 2:30. These should be some market movers. Fear and greed index is 57. Crypto's doing pretty well. Not in extreme greed yet. And Q just consolidating below the VWAP. See if it wants to break. No Trump tweets past that 60 minutes one in the court. Said our court system is not letting me do the job I was elected to do. Activist judges must let the Trump administration deport murderers and other criminals who have come into our country illegally without delay. The last tweet. So NQ testing the trend line. May come down, tap the 21 EMA and the VWAP right here. 21 EMA is this green line. 200-day SMA is the purple. May not be a full rejection of the trend line yet. It may come down and then wick right back into it. Gotta see. It is rejection. Alright, we're tapping that 21 EMA into our SMA again. Looking for it to build some structure, come back up, create a lower high. I'm gonna short it pretty heavy, and then looking for it to send down. Possibly go fill that ES gap. We have 20 minutes before the volatility drops pretty substantially. If it follows yesterday and the day before's rules. Around 11:30 volatility has dropped both Monday and Tuesday, so expecting it to do the same until news from Trump or the FOMC. I mean, the market's probably just waiting for all this big news to come out. FOMC news. And tomorrow we have US initial jobless claims at 8:30 a.m. Next week is OPEC. Next week is OPEC month. Week. Excuse me. OPEC week. But it's the monthly report. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm right. May 14th at 8 a.m. OPEC monthly report, tentative. Okay, we may get the ideal setup from the NQ. Bounce off the 21 EMA again. Aim for it to create a lower high. And signal it's going down, and then I'll begin a short. Probably throw in 3 micros because I love the setup so much. I don't want to just throw 20 micros into it when it could come on. Like, it's been pretty strong today. It's been consolidating and popping, consolidating, popping. So I don't want to just be stupid and risk too much, at least initially, without having the option to average in. NQ 5-minute looks weak. This is something to look at. The smart money, dumb money confidence. Dumb money is rising, smart money is selling. At market bottom, smart money was already all the way bought and leveraged, while the dumb money, which is retail, normal investors, have sold everything. And now they're starting to accumulate again. Smart money's dumping. So, something to keep in mind. This is a nasty chart from the ES. Just chop, 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 chop. I mean, I like the bull case. It's chopping above the VWAP and 200-day SMA and 100-day MA. All the indicators are slightly turning around besides the 200 SMA. Williams R, 120-day, low overextended. Normal RSI, just neutral. NQ 30-minute, Williams R, 120-day, neutral, RSI neutral. You testing the 200-day SMA, 21 EMA again. So far, a pullback of around 30 points. Pullback around 30 points from the high. Not bad. It broke the trend line. Looking for it to create a lower high. ES is coming up, trying to create a new high for the day. Nvidia turned red on the day again. Pretty slow day today. I missed the one opportunity in the beginning when it wicked down on the 2-minute candle about 100 points. That was definitely the opportunity to buy heavy, going long. There'll be more to come. The FOMC news at 2 p.m. should provide some opportunity. Pretty good. Should create some volatility in the market. The volatility index should spike. Have 100 point candles, depending on the news. Depending what Chair Powell says. Yeah, slow day. So far on stream, Friday has been my biggest day. $710. Monday was 263. Yesterday was 225. Market's just been so slow. I hate trading choppy, slow markets. I like fast volatility, fast price action, quick moves like the candle this morning. That was perfect. I was a little spooked by the ES gap fill. I figured it would come down a little more, fill that gap. ES is NQ's dipping below the 21 EMA, 200-day SMA. Looking for a higher low into a lower high, and I'm gonna short it. Man, this chart from ES is just so ugly. Market really hasn't went anywhere. Been neutral to up 0.5% on the day. I mean, it's went up 100 points, but may have to adapt to this new low volatility. I'm alright, Revity. You are definitely a bot, my friend. Or you're a scammer. I mean, I'd rather get everything organic, natural, only 3 days in. Fine. Market's dipping pretty nice. I'm gonna draw a fib. May start long. We're getting close to 50% fib retracement. I'm gonna start long, 1 micro. Could come down a lot more. This ES finally broke through the chop zone, which was at the 200-day SMA. I'm gonna add one more long. I'm going in with only 2 micros right now because it could drop a lot more. Adding 2 there. In with 4 micros, sold 1. Up 130, sold 1. Letting the 2 ride, trying to wait for a little more. Trying to wait for a little more. Comes down, it's fine, I'll add more. It wants to come down. Say you have a slow market, then you have this. This is why trading, this is the fun part. Oh, one more. For it to come a little bit lower. So far, it's only 80 points down from the top. Could come down and test the high. Up the fib. Just being patient, waiting. Yes, looks like it's bouncing a little bit. The normal RSI is getting oversold. It'll come down a lot more though. About 2 there. I have 10 micros in right now. Comes above the average, I'm gonna get some out, so I have room to average. May just keep tanking. Added 3. Oh, I'm buying with 2, that's why. Damn. I did not mean to buy with 2, but ES is 10 points away from the gap. Impatient. ES is getting into oversold territory. If it gets above my average, I will be selling some.
Order filled. Order filled.
And with 24 micros so far, this count may blow. Let's see. Was there news is the question. Scott Besson's talks with China on Saturday are the beginning for talks and advanced discussions.
Order filled. Order filled.
And with 40 micros, I'm gonna be really weary of adding more.
Order filled.
And with 60 micros, looking for a pull up. Went in so heavy because, and we're 1,000 points away from blowing up. May blow up today. The mistake was I was buying with 2 contracts, but we'll see. ES is close to the gap. I'm not loving it. I usually don't like going above 50 micros, but okay. $1,000 away from blowing up, pulling up, looking for a little more. Yes, bouncing slightly. And the count's probably going to blow. Really close. Mismanaged size, mismanaged averaging, and blown. Okay. Lesson was, started buying when I should have. I was buying with 2 the whole time. Didn't realize I was buying with 2. If I was buying with 1, I would only been in with around 5 here, 10 here, and then 20 here. Instead, I was in with 60 micro contracts and ended up losing $4,800. So, which in all reality is just a count that's worth $252. So, just made a mistake. Didn't realize I had this set to 2 contracts instead of 1. Is what it is. I'm gonna buy another account. Of course, if I didn't buy those 10 right here, the market's bouncing right now. The ES still hasn't gap filled. I broke 2 key rules. Went in with too much size, too quick. Averaged in a little too quick. I mean, look at this. I bought too many contracts at once. Usually need to wait. This spacing's good. I usually like to wait 10 to 15 points, 10 to 20 points before buying in. It's average. Bought in too many here, too many here, too many here, and then a lot here. And then at that point, I realized I was buying in with too many contracts, micros I meant. and ended up blowing the account because I was in with too much size. Mismanaged it. Market looks like it's going to bounce up here. Yes, it's consolidating. Still hasn't hit the gap. Oh, I know what happened. I switched this contract from 1 to 2 when I did the break even right here. Forgot to change it back. It was really close to working. Look, I got blown here and it spiked up here, so it was close, but if I didn't mismanage it, it would have worked out. Buying another account, give me a sec. I will be doing a full review, full throw process and breakdown. I pretty much broke it down. I mean, just did it with incorrect size, averaged in too quickly. It's pretty much it. But I'll be posting that on all socials, Rumble, YouTube later today. Hopefully be able to get the next count green for today. I knew exactly what it was going to do too. I mean, at the start of the day I said it's going to shoot up and then create an opposite U and come down and test the ES gap. I would be buying long here, just so you know. Market's down about 200 points from the top without a significant move up. Just waiting for my account. Probably gonna miss it. Had a lot of risk, but could have had a lot of reward too. So it could have went either way. I mean, at this point, it was down. What is that? Was that 140 points without a pull up, a miniature pull up even? I mean, here it pulled up a bit. Where's my account? Now's the time to buy. Holy. This is pretty unusual though. When it does this, it breaks the trend line here. There's usually a slight lower low and then a little reversal into the 200-day SMA. You'll see that yesterday it created a higher high, a higher low, and then a lower high, and then dipped. It usually does not just go straight down, but it obviously did today. Which is not the mistake. The mistake was putting in too much size too quickly. Come on, account. Okay. Let's see if we gotta log back in. Okay, we are back. Fresh account. Should have recorded a tutorial on how to buy. That next time. Alright, let's just take a step back. Reevaluate, see where the support levels are. Change this music. Market's still dipping down. ES finally fill that gap. Make sure none of my information. Still have Besson meeting with the GOP on tax at 12. Trump at swearing in ceremony. He's going to answer questions after that at 12:30. White House press briefing at 1. FOMC rate statement at 2. U.S. interest rate decision at 2. FOMC press conference with Jerome Powell at 2:30. That'll be a market mover. We also had news that is the reason for this. Scott Bessent was testifying to Congress and said talks with China on Saturday are a beginning for talks, not advanced discussions. He also, basically just said China negotiations are beginning on Saturday, which slightly contradicts what Trump said. Liking a bounce. Liking a bounce. Market is really red. Not really red, but this is what I mean. The market, Nvidia red, Tesla slightly down, Google down 5%. Google is dipping hard. Must be some news with Google. It was only down like 0.2. Bitcoin back to flat. Market's down 0.2% on the day. I'm gonna show success, I have to show failures, and that was a failure. Definitely. It would have worked. Could have got out with $130, $200, but break even stop. But the real problem was just went in with too much size, didn't know I was on 2 contracts, which is my fault. And then just got over leveraged, too much risk. And then stupidly, I started adding 10 contracts into the end when it was dipping down fast. Could have just been patient and waited. It's all hindsight. Market went down 200 points without a pull up. Didn't check news. That was a mistake also. Besides that, strategy still works. 3 days green and a lot before that. So mismanaged it. Human error. You had a robot doing this. But you can't, you aren't allowed on take profit, but human error. ATR's at 30, volatility's neutral again. So it's up for today. What is the news with Google? Apple has a revenue share agreement with Google Lens for AI feature. Guess the market's not liking that. Like the market wants to take another leg down. So far 170 points, 150 points from the top. Without a major push. Ended up losing 4,800 on this push. Took a trade. I had the fib here. Market dipped down into the 50% fib. There's usually a pull up. It wasn't that substantial. Was buying with 2 micros instead of 1. Averaged in with too much size too quickly. Usually wait about 10 to 20 points before averaging in. Took too much size here. There was no significant pullback. Realized I was going in with too minis, and then started adding 10. Started adding 10 down here. If I didn't do that, I would have been fine. Would have got out here. But mistakes were made. Averaged in too quick. Too much size. Too much risk. Ended up blowing the take profit account. Minus $4,800. Got another one. We're back to trading. It is what it is. Mistakes were made. Lessons were learned. Human error. Strategy still works. A lot of green. Ready for the next one. Really should have had, 50% fib. It was in chop zone 2. Really should have been a bigger pull, bigger push up. That China news really spooked the market though, and I didn't see it. All me. All me. We got a fresh 150K take profit account. We will be trading. I may start along here. Let me look. Check for news. That's the problem with not focusing on trading fully and streaming, talking, doing YouTube, social media. I was up on the news. I was watching 6 hour, just immersing myself in news, and now I'm watching like none and not checking the news as much, which is not great. You're definitely more profitable when you are up to speed on the news. NQ's trying to bounce off the support, off this low, off this resistance level. It came down, bounced up a little bit, may go all the way to the gap again. VWAP's up here on the NQ 30 minute. SMA 200's up here. The Williams R is getting into oversold territory. Normal RSI's getting oversold. The ES 1 minute, Williams R 120 days oversold. RSI is rising. I knew exactly, if you go back, you can't right now, there's no DVR on the streams to keep it real time without any delays. Go back, I literally said exactly what the market was going to do. I said it was going to have a couple legs up, 2 or 3, and then do a opposite U, drop down, and fill that ES gap. That's exactly what it did. I did not stick to the plan. Did not execute the strategy. I knew exactly what it was going to do. Unfortunate. Not going to beat myself up too much about it, but definitely need to explain the mistakes, explain the thought process, and adapt. NQ 5 minute looks like it's gonna reverse and push up. Or at 11:20, that's usually when the Past 2 days, the volatility has dried up. No tweets from Trump. We have Scott Bessent meeting with GOP on tax in 40 minutes. We have Trump doing a swear-in ceremony at 12:30. White House prep being at 1. FOMC rate statement at 2. U.S. interest rate decision at 2. FOMC press conference with Jerome Powell at 2:30. That should be interesting. He usually says something wrong and just tanks the market. He could say something about interest rates being cut and that'll rally the market. So Google's down 5% off that news. So we had the Google news with the Apple revenue sharing with Google that tanked Google stock. Then we had Scott Bessent talking about China. That tanked the market also. So that's why we didn't have the bounce, that substantial bounce at 50%, and that's why I tanked 200 points. If I would have seen that, I would have known and adapted, but I didn't check news, which was another mistake. So I had three to four things going against me, and all I needed was the correct sizing and spacing in between positions, and I would have been just fine. Starting with 1 micro, averaging in every 10 to 20 points, 1 each. Been just fine. Waiting for another setup. It's chopping around the ES gap fill. Not loving it. It should reverse push up, tap this 21 EMA. But it may just chop around. Let me redo get rid of these trend lines. Hopefully you guys were not in short with me. Or if you were, hopefully you did not make the same mistakes. If you executed it, it would have been fine, but you about to tap the 21 EMA. ES is pushing. Apple and Microsoft moved to a year-to-year search agreement. Apple has no intention of making its own general search engine. Apple looked at Anthropic, DeepSeek, Grok, and Perplexity for AI. Anthropic. Apple looked at Anthropic, DeepSeek, Grok, and Perplexity for AI. Q has not hit the 21 EMA yet, just chopping around. What's good? I'm showing the negative sides also of trading. Man, thankfully it was not a personal account, so I didn't eat the full 4,800, only 252, but green days, there's red days, all these gurus saying, you know, they made this much, they made that much, they're all capping, it's all simulated. And they're view botting live streams also. So NQ's just chopping around, volatility's died out. Probably gotta wait till 12:30 when Trump speaks. I am yapping, Gilberton. I am Gilbertson. I am yapping. I shoulda did what every other influencer does and create a short. As soon as I knew the account was gonna blow, I should have threw the chair at the wall and just started screaming. That would have went viral for sure. Hey Gilbertson, are you trading? Hopefully you're profitable. I took a bad trade a second ago. I'll show you. Minus 4,800 on this prop firm account, which thankfully is not a personal account, but minus $252. I started here, which is honestly, now that I zoom out a little bit and I'm kind of third person away from the loss and not as emotional, I should have started it closer to the 50%. And then also I had the contract set up wrong. Instead of 1 micro to start, I was buying 2 each time. And then it also compounded on top of that. I bought 2 close together. I usually buy 10 to 20 points separated, but I bought pretty close, and ended up blowing the account because I hit the $4,500 drawdown. So lessons learned, got another account. Would have been fine if I did the correct strategy. I'm all right. Are you trading? Are you making money? Hopefully you did not do the same thing I did. I mean, I literally predicted exactly what the market was going to do and then did the opposite. So I said the market was going to take 3 legs up and then do a opposite U, come down, test the ES gap fill. And it did exactly that, but I was long. And then it compounded on three other problems. In with too much size, too quick, too over risked, too over leveraged. What it is. Hopefully you are green if you are trading. What streamer? What streamer made fun of you? Not one of the Aiden Ross people, right? Bummy Wummy. Is he another trader or she? Lummy sound lummy wummy. I can't see a guy naming his channel that, but it kind of sounds like a dude. He didn't care about my birthday. He took my mod away. And he banned me. Well, first, happy birthday. And I'm sorry that happened. Hopefully, I mean, did you deserve it though? Were you antagonizing him? Were you saying some fucked up shit? Excuse my language, but were you going crazy? Markets dipping down. NQ. I'm not even showing my trade. NQ close to tapping that 21 EMA and then pull back into the chop zone again. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad to actually have some chatters today. Last 3 days, there's been only a couple people. Today's been more, so I appreciate it for joining. The NQ looks like it's about to test the 21 EMA. Scott Besson is talking. He said the unfettered ability to borrow has made US more prolific. The market may discipline us one day. We are working to avoid it. So he is speaking to the GOP on tax right now. At 12:30, Trump is doing a swear-in ceremony. We'll also be taking Q&A questions, which could move and influence the markets. After that, like he always does, the swearing-in ceremony. At 1, we have the White House press briefing. At 2, we have the FOMC rate statement. At 2, we also have the U.S. interest rate decision. At 2:30, we have FOMC press conference with Chair Jerome Powell. So we have a lot of opportunities to come. A lot of opportunity. I was only telling him I like his muscles. He says I would never get mod again in another stream. Well, you are modded, so I really don't care. You can say whatever you want, especially on Kick. Try and keep it. I'm also streaming on YouTube and try and keep it, if it's too crazy, I'll have to at least remove it temporarily. I don't care that much. I'm full free speech, so but YouTube is not, and I am streaming on there, so market's just chopping around. I'm liking the bull case. It technically is close to creating a higher low. Bad. No, you haven't said anything bad yet. I'm just saying. May start along. Kind of want to wait for this news. The ES is chopping above this gap fill. This purple line is the gap fill, previous day close. I literally called it back here. I said the market was going to take 2 to 3 legs up, test this VWAP. I didn't think it was going to consolidate like this. Just fair warning, but and then I said it was going to do opposite U shape and pull back all the way to the ES gap fill, which it literally did exactly, but I just didn't execute it well enough. We have support for the NQ 30 minute at 19,750. We have another leg of support at 19,690, and then we have pretty major support around 19,500, which is 300 points lower. I don't think we're going to hit that today, but Trump news, the FOMC, Chair Powell, I mean, they could literally tank or pump the market 1,000 points. I'm going to the YMCA later today. I've never been to the YMCA, but I know it has sports, it has a gym, and I know it has that catchy theme song. YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can you can do anything. What are you doing there? Are you doing sports? Are you swimming? Are you going for school? Are you going after school? Market's just chopping around. I'm liking the bull case a little more. Are down around 200 points from the top. Trying to wait for a little more structure, wait for this news. Trump speaking at 12:30, swearing in ceremony, then we'll do Q&A after, so. I was wondering why I was so quiet, the music stopped. He was trying to bounce out of the chop zone, hit the 21 EMA. Well, on the upside, that loss create a good short and chance to recap and show not all positive. So I'll create that video. Short, I'll add some sad music once. Maybe make it all gray. Then start the sad music and just slowly start the dip. And then show the highlight the loss amount, 4,800. It should go pretty well. NQ's tapping the 21 EMA. Waiting for structure to be built. Man, I really could be long here, but waiting. I'm glad I caught this. You guys see this? I almost made the same mistake again. 5 micro contracts loaded up instead of 1. It's an easy mistake to make. I usually don't do it, but a lot going on. Looking at both charts, streaming, talking, looking at news. A lot to think about. All excuses, by the way, but NQ tapping the 21 EMA and rejecting now. ES created a new high. New high off this chop. Approaching the 200-day SMA and the VWAP. NQ breaking through the 21 EMA. Created a new high off this chop. If you took a long through this consolidation, just be careful. The Scott Bessent's talking right now, or he will be. He's talking, he's meeting with the GOP at 12. You have Trump swearing ceremony, so you should be all right to trail it up, but just have your stop set, follow your strategy, hold your conviction, be smart. ES is climbing. Bitcoin's grinding up a little bit. ES is up 0.1%. NQ is down 0.2. Volatility is down 0.8. The VIX is down 0.8. Nvidia is slightly green. Google's red off that news 6%. Apple's red 2%. Alibaba 3%. MicroStrategy's up 2.4 off of Bitcoin, up a little bit. And Q's popping, created a high off this consolidation. SMA on the 1 minute NQs at 19,900. Purple line here. VWAP is at 19,935. NQ is approaching this 38% level in the fib. This would be where I start a short if it pops up. Yes is approaching the 200-day SMA. The VWAP. NQ 1 minute, it's a little far away. Same lines I drew. The NQ did pop off this resistance level. Coming into the gap fill. It's the previous day close. It already filled the gap, now it's coming back. something to look out for. Kind of a neutral day right now. There's no real trend. Was an uptrend, then it shot down with the news. Now it's kind of, I'm leaning slightly towards bullish right now, just because it's gapped down about, not gapped down, it's dropped down about 200 points. It's having a little push up, but pushed up around 60 points so far. Above the 21 EMA. Probably look to start a short around this 50% 200 SMA level, knowing that it can do a U-shaped recovery, V-shaped recovery, and go all the way to these day highs, create new ones. Keeps testing the 21 EMA. Dropping below. Lewis says, hello, how are you? I have a problem with my headphones, so I can't hear you. Can you reply to me in chat? I will appreciate it. NQ's coming down, dropping pretty hard. May come, create a new low for the day. ES is around the gap, fill again, and already filled it, but it's testing it again. We have support. The NQ has support around 19,755, has another leg of support around 19,684, has really good support here around the 19,600 to 19,534 level. Don't know if it's going to come down that much, but we have news. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent's talking at 12 to the GOP about tax. Trump's swearing in someone at 12:30, and then we'll take Q&A questions after. There is the White House briefing at 1. FOMC. What is the FOMC? The FOMC rate statement at 2. The U.S. interest rate decision at 2. The FOMC press conference with Jerome Powell at 2:30, which should be interesting. A lot of news to come. Lewis says, do I play League of Legends? I used to. Not so much anymore. The NQ is in the consolidation zone right now. 5-minute looking bearish, about to create a new low for the day. NQ's wicking down. Let me look at the day chart. Alright, let's look at this day chart. So the NQ rose about 3,000 points, hit this 200-day SMA, then had a pullback. Also broke this key fib level, 61.8 fib from the Trump high, Trump bottom, tariff news. Broke through it, hit a resistance level of this high, bounced back up to the fib, and now rejected the fib. We may be going all the way down to this 50% fib level, maybe even lower. I mean, technically, let's draw a fib from this low to where it got stopped at that SMA. Where are we at? This is the 78.6 fib right here. Red line above this red line right here. And we got the 50% at all the way down here. So it could drop a lot. It may not. It's all dependent on news. So Lewis says, nice, don't play League of Legends. League of Legends, it's a cursed game. I agree. It is a time waster. The NQ created a new low and now it's testing the 21 EMA. See if it can reclaim it and create a higher high. Lewis, by the way, how old are you? $23. NQ has retaken the 21 EMA, waiting to see if it creates a new high. Move down this fib a little bit. It retook the 23.6% on the fib. Looking for it to come up and test this 50% and 200-day SMA. Actually moved down a little bit. DYOR has moved down a little bit. This purple line is the 200-day SMA. This yellow line is the VWAP. Looking for a trade. Could be in long on this consolidation. May start doing that. I'm used to very volatile markets from the last previous weeks. Shoot up, you short, shoot down. I mean, pull down, you short. When you long. Push up, you short. Pull down, you long. Really volatile markets, 100 points each direction. 1,000 points each direction. That India news from JD Vance was pretty strong. Pushed the markets around 1,000 points up and down. So that was a fun day. Can I ask you something? It's about your channel. Shoot. Fine. Anything you like. If you're new, follow, like the stream, get the engagement up. No one's showing their losses like I am. Patrick Whelan is. He was faking it. Now he's actually profitable and showing losses and wins. But the rest of these guys, Future Scalper is showing losses and wins. He's showing counts blown up. I take a lot of inspiration from him. But the rest of these guys are view botting and showing fake simulated trades. So, actually, with gaming, I also do some artwork for streamers, so I made something cool for your channel in reasonable price. Don't ban me, lol. Also, tell me your Discord username so I can show you my recent work. Interesting. You're the second person that has asked to create artwork. I mean, it's smart. Like the business model. Let's go to smaller streamers and build a client base. Pretty smart. Uno minuto. Is that Japanese? What do I sound like? Okay, NQ just created barely a new high above the 21 EMA. I may start short around the 50% level on the fib. Right here, the 50% level. And then this is also the 200-day SMA, this purple level. So you should have some resistance here. It could do a full V-shaped recovery though and hit these highs right here. So I may come all the way up, create a new high for the day. Let's see. Let me fix this fib. Yes, that's my Discord. For now, at least. I just randomly put it. It's an old one, but you barely create a new high. Now it's dropping a little bit. Waiting for a trade. Could go long. Not really in low with it though. Ultramarine. Slow market until Trump starts talking. Scott Besson is talking to the GOP right now about tax. 12:30 we have Trump talking swearing in ceremony, and then after he does a Q&A usually. At 1 we have the White House briefing. At 2 we have the FOMC statement and the US interest rate decision. At 2:30 we have FOMC interview with Jerome Powell conference. Jerome Powell speaking at 2:30. Market looks like it wants to go up. Kind of just chopping around the 21 EMA. ES is chopping around the 100 MA. Looking for a move. Just waiting for trade. This morning, I predicted the market going up 3 legs and then doing a opposite V-shape pullback. I traded here for basically break even, $13 profit. And then I skipped the strategy I knew was going to happen. I knew it was going to V-shape because the ES had a gap down, a gap fill that it didn't fill, and the NQ filled it, so it was likely that the ES was going to get filled too. I started a long here, didn't know I was buying with 2, thought I was buying with 1 the whole time. Put in too much size too quickly. I put in too much size and size too quickly. I usually put 1 every 10 to 20 points. I ended up mashing them together, too close together. I got over leveraged, 60 micros total, and ended up blowing the account for a $4,800 loss. Thankfully, it's a prop firm account and it's only a $252 loss, but if it was a personal account, you'd be hurting right now. Probably would be fine though, because you just kept averaging and you would have got out around this push up, but staying transparent. This is a fresh 150k account. I'm just waiting for a trade opportunity. NQ tabbed the 21 EMA and now it's pushing. Looks like it wants to go higher. Waiting for an opportunity. And Q barely made a new high and now is back at the 21 EMA. Chopping around. Volatility's low. May have to wait till Trump speaks. Maybe two. Just consolidating. Waiting. Just waiting. Shout out the Rumble. All the people watching the Rumble, shout out. No, it looks like I'm lagging, but doubt I am. Am I lagging? Maybe lagging, let me. Too much sauce. Too much sauce. No trades yet, no trades yet. Just there's no point in trades. I blew an account on this. It's dropped down. 200 point drop down. If it was FSP, he would have blown a lot more, but would have blown like 2 accounts here and then taking profit on the third. Waiting for a trade, looking to take a short on the pop up. Probably will start it around this SMA just because how slow it's going, and then looking for a pullback around the VWAP to this trend line, maybe this high of day, maybe it creates a new high of day. Gotta size in correctly. I'll be fine. A-okay. Just in the chop zone. ES is above the gap fill it just filled. Above the 100-day moving average. Just trapped between the 100-day and 200-day SMA. The Williams R 120-day is neutral. Normal RSI is neutral. Williams R on the NQ 30-minute is a little on the oversold, but not that bad, to be honest. Could be a lot more. Like down here, it was really oversold. RSI is below the MA inside on the 30-minute. ES is up 0.1% on the day. NQ up 0.1. Google's down 8% off the Apple news. Apple said it was revenue sharing with Google on what project was it? Let's look. Apple said Apple has a revenue share agreement with Google Lens for AI feature. The market did not like that. Scott Bessent's talking with the GOP right now about on tax. Trump swearing in someone and then doing Q&A in 27 minutes. If you're enjoying the stream, join the reel. Showed you all the losses. Most people don't do that. Most people are trading sims. Like the video, follow the stream, subscribe, comment. All the engagement just pushes me in the algorithm. I appreciate it. I may clickbait the titles, but I show the real and authentic. TJR, all that shit's fake. Ain't no shot unless I mean, he had to get really lucky on some trades, and then he just has an insane bankroll. But he also doesn't show profit. He doesn't show his accounts, so he just shows the trade. So I'm gonna call cap. The only two verified traders so far I found are Patrick and FSB. They actually show their profit. Patrick was confirmed 600K payout last year, so now he did fake stuff to get started. So NQ just chopping around chop zone. I'm not trading the chop zone. It's chopping above the 21 EMA, and now it's just wicking, chopping around it. I don't like trading chop zone. I wait for the break, wait to get short or long. Could have went long here. It really wasn't that much risk. I'm gonna start adapting to this market a little more, this low volatility market. Start holding trades longer, buying in consolidation zones, but not right here. Good example though on how one day and 4 mistakes can wipe out 3 days of green. So all mental game. It's all just, you need everything working for you, no mistakes, which I usually do, but didn't turn out that way today. If you don't mind, Lewis says, if you don't mind why you don't need any artwork right now, it's price reason. No, it's not price reason. It's I'm building and testing stuff. I'm doing everything myself right now. And I just want to see what works, what doesn't. Build an audience organically by myself first. And then once I ramp up, I'll start using the channel earnings to grow, hire editors, hire thumbnail makers, hire graphics designers, hire sub emote makers. I'll slowly progress. I literally just started posting shorts today. This is actually the 4th day I'm live streaming on all platforms. Just starting, gaining a little traction, but long way to go. Probably won't be hiring any graphics designers. I'm all right with that. I made my profile picture. I think it looks sick, but it's also not, I mean, it's not the greatest. I made all the graphics for my channel. I made all the image buttons below the about page. Thank you, just chopping. So I'm just gonna talk. No trade to take right here. I mean, you could start sizing in and creating a long, but which I may start doing, especially if this market doesn't become more volatile. I forgot you can't hear. I'm typing a Lewis. I'm doing everything myself for right now, not a money thing, just testing to see what works before delegating responsibilities to editors, thumbnail makers, emote makers, etc. I'm going to wait to establish and build the proof of concept using the social media profits to do so. Until then, I'm testing everything and making changes to know what works and what doesn't intimately. See, this is why I hate trading in the chop zone. This is brutal. It literally went up like it's gonna test that 50%. It tested the 32% on the fib. And it just wicked straight down. The NQ 5-minute looks weak. Trump's holding a swearing ceremony for new ambassador to China at 12:30. I didn't know it was the China ambassador. cities more. The economy was decelerating even before tariffs. It's interesting. Scott Bessent says, the U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, I believe the debt to GDP ratio will drop next year. We have Bessent is talking with GOP right now. Trump is swearing in at 12:30. White House briefing at 1. FOMC rate statement at 2. U.S. interest rate decision at 2. FOMC press conference with Chair Jerome Powell at 2:30. Looking forward to that. NQ is dropping. Let's see if it creates a higher low. May start long. It's looking weak though, I'm not gonna lie. Not liking how it, I guess it went up almost 100 points, so I'm just used to more volatile swings. I need to review and adjust. Review these last trading days and adjust. Respect. Can you guys see everything fine, or is it lagging? The viewers rumble. Is it lagging? It should not be lagging. I'm using a another thing. Live stream. Check on the phone. NQ might be creating a higher low. And Q create a higher low. Let's see if it holds. Let's look at ES. ES chopping around the 100-day moving average. Not in love with it. It's low volatility. Volatility spiked here off the Scott Bessent news with trade negotiations starting Saturday, or started Saturday, which conflicts with what Trump said. Trump said he has already been talking to China. Scott Bessent retroactively took his legs out, basically. Market did not like that, thought they were already talking. And he basically said negotiations just started, which not great. That also coincides with Apple sharing revenue. We're taking a revenue split from Google. keep forgetting that news. Apple has a revenue share agreement with the Google Lens for AI feature. The market did not like that at all and tanked Google. Right now it's sitting at 8 points. Google sitting actually almost 9% down. Not points, percent. Market did not like that one bit. Waiting for a trade. Market's really low volatility, just being patient. ES is coming down a little bit. U's coming down. Staying patient. A lot of waiting in these markets recently. 12:30, Trump's about to start swearing in the China ambassador. I swear the Rumble stream's lagging. Waiting for a trade, guys. It's very slow, no volatility. Trump is speaking, may get a boost. Just being patient. Liking this bounce. 5 minute might have just created a higher low. Every other stream's working besides Rumble for me. That's where the most people are, so sense. Every other stream's fine, bitrate's fine, no lag. May start along. If that helps it. May take a long, may start along if the NQ overtakes this 21 EMA. Not bad. Drop down about 60 points from the high right here. Down a total around 200 points from the top of the market today. Day high. Being patient, being patient. Don't like being patient, but being patient. Rumble is totally lagging. There's no way. Today. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Yesterday's stream is doing fine. Range. Alright, let me get focused. The ES is above the 100 MA, pushing up. It had consolidation above it, tested the 200-day SMA, and now it looks like it's gonna try and retest it. This is technically a higher high off this drop, higher lower low, and then higher high, and then now higher low. Higher low, so we'll see what it wants to do. It did fill this gap. Thank you for the follow, Lewis, if you're still in here. If you are trading today, hopefully you're green and did not make the same mistake I did earlier. I literally called out exactly what the market was going to do and just went against it. Ended up blowing an account, but it's fine. Lessons learned. Made some mistakes, averaged in too quickly, didn't space it out. Ended up going in with too much size, risking too much, had 60 mini contracts in, and blew the account quick. So, hopefully you guys are green or learned a lot of lessons like I did. Gives me a good opportunity for a cool short though, and a explanation video and good documentation on trading and how realistic it is. It's a lot of waiting until the right moment, right trade, which I was in, but I just mismanaged it, made a couple mistakes, and that quick you can go opposite. Was up $200 on the trade to blowing the whole account. So it's a good documentation, realistic journey, and not these gurus. Even though I am clickbaiting the titles, but that gets you in and then shows you the real. Yes, is pushing up. And Q's above the 21 EMA. If it comes up to this 50% fib, the 200 SMA, I need to move this down. The 200 SMA is at 19,875. On here. The VWAP is 19,922. So this should act as some good resistance. It may come all the way to the VWAP, maybe the trend line, and then bounce down. It may come and do a full V-shaped recovery and retake the high of day. ES is closing in on the 200 SMA. NQ about to create a new high off these lows, a higher high off these lows. We got a higher high here slightly to a higher low. Maybe going to a higher high. Good 60-point swing so far. Trump is supposed to be swearing someone in, but he is not so far. Supposed to be swearing in the Chinese ambassador. Might have an opportunity for a short here.